A reading from the book of Exodus. Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. Leading the flock across the desert, he came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There an angel of the Lord appeared to him in fire flaming out of a bush. As he looked on, he was surprised to see that the bush, though on fire, was not consumed. So Moses decided, I must go over to look at this remarkable sight and see why the bush is not burned. When the Lord saw him coming over to look at it more closely, God called out to him from the bush, Moses, Moses. He answered, Here I am. God said, Come no nearer. Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. I am the God of your father. He continued, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. The cry of the children of Israel has reached me, and I have truly noted that the Egyptians are oppressing them. Come now, I will send you to Pharaoh to lead my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and lead the children of Israel out of Egypt? He answered, I will be with you, and this shall be your proof that it is I who have sent you. When you bring my people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this very mountain. The word of the Lord.
The responsorial psalm. The response is, The Lord is kind and merciful. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all my being, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord is kind and merciful. He pardons all your iniquities. He heals all your ills. He redeems your life from destruction. He crowns you with kindness and compassion. The Lord is kind and merciful. The Lord secures justice and the rights of all the oppressed. He has made known his ways to Moses and his deeds to the children of Israel. The Lord is kind and merciful.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, Jesus exclaimed, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. The Gospel of the Lord.
The first reading comes from Exodus 3, 1-6 and 9-12. Moses has fled into the desert of Midian. There he has met his wife Zipporah, whose father is Jethro. He serves Jethro and takes care of his flock, and one day he sees a bush burning on a mountainside, and he realizes that the bush is burning but not being consumed. So he goes over to see the sight. Now this is a typical reaction to that which is holy, that which is other. We want to draw closer, we want to be part of it. But at the same time, there's a reaction of fear when we come close, because we realize we're not worthy. In fact, Moses is told to take off his sandals because he's walking on holy ground. God identifies himself as the God of his ancestors, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And God commissions him to go to Pharaoh to free his people. What is Moses' response? How could I possibly do it? I'm not capable of that. And the Lord basically responds, of course you're not. I'll do it through you. This is a typical response of the prophets. They recognize their inability. They recognize their brokenness. But God responds that he will supply that which they don't have. And again, that's a message for every Christian. We are so broken, we are so sinful, and yet God can provide that which we can't. The Gospel is from Matthew 11, 25-27. It's a short prayer in which Jesus thanks his Father that what was hidden from the wise and the learned, is revealed to the childlike. The childlike don't have to figure it all out. They can trust, they can believe. The learned and the clever, they want to be able to figure things out. And that's not the way it works with faith. Faith is not a scientific reality. Faith is a surrender of trust, and that is an act of love. And so the childlike are able to trust and love in a way that those who are complicated cannot. He also says, no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. So the way to the Father is through Jesus. We will never really know who God is or what God wants of us, except through Jesus. And may God bless us.